how's it going? My name is Crystal, and I am known here on YouTube as Crystal Reads. Not too long ago, no, at some point this year, basically, I've waited forever to film this, but these are all the books I got on my birthday this year, and I wanted to show them to you guys, so let's just get started. The first thing I have here is actually a bundle of books. This is the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. It is this edition here. The first real big fantasy story I remember from 3rd grade, it was read to my class, and it was The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which I believe is the 3rd book in this series. Is it the 3rd? No, it is not. It's 2nd. My bad. And I've never actually read all of these. I didn't know for a very long time also that there was more than one book. I was like, and also I was read the 2nd book in the series when it was read to my 3rd grade class. I didn't know that, and I was very confused as to why, but apparently you could read it like that. So yeah, I got this, and I'm very happy to have it. It's very weird looking in this lighting. I don't know where in the world it's going to go in my room, but I will find a spot for it. The next book I have here is called The Graveyard Book, and it's by Neil Gaiman. And I read Stardust by Neil Gaiman, which I love, and it's now one of my favorite books of all time, like ever to exist. That's the only Neil Gaiman book that I've read so far, but I've heard he has other amazing works, and I haven't heard anything about this, but I figured I would get it. It sounds like it's maybe a middle grade story, but I'm not really sure. I could be completely wrong. Hopefully I can get to this sooner rather than later. The next book I have here in my haul is I've Got Your Number, a novel by Sophie Kinsella. I don't really know much about it, which I kind of like, but I believe it's a adult fiction possible romance novel. From what I know of the story, it just sounds like sort of right up my alley when it comes to that type of genre. Another book by the same author, Sophie Kinsella, and it is called 20s Girl. This cover is adorable looking. Like, who doesn't want to read this? Like, look at that. It's so pretty, and it's yellow and pink. It is a adult fiction novel, but I've heard great things about this author and of this book in the past, and it was one of those that I was like, oh, I'll read eventually. I don't own it, and now I do, so yay, I can hopefully get to it. Maybe in the summer, I don't know. The next book I have here is called Shooter by Caroline Pignat. No, this is more of a young adult genre book. This book is told from like 5 different sort of perspectives on a incident in a high school, and everyone kind of gets shoved into a like boys' bathroom, locker room type of place, and it's told from their different perspectives throughout the chapters. And stories like this from different perspectives I feel like are very intriguing to me. The next book I have here is a young adult romance novel, and it came out like more than 10 years ago. I feel like it was probably like close to 12 to 15 years ago, and it is called Perfect Chemistry. And this book I debated back and forth back in the day whether I should read it or not, but it's kind of bad boy, good girl, high school romance tropes, and you know, those are fun to read. Last book I have here in this haul is called I'll Give You the Sun, and it is by G.N.D. Nelson. This cover is so pretty. Like, why would I not want this in my life? I don't really know what this book is about, honestly. I want to go into the story kind of blind, but I heard good buzz about it over the last few years, especially when it first popped up. I never really gave it a shot, and also I didn't own it. So now that I do, I hope to read it very, very soon. Those are all the books I have in this haul. I feel like this went by really fast. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like it and look at more videos on my channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!